This is a top 5 most hated anime characters list. This will also encompass some manga characters and some manga aspects of these anime characters. Um, so, you have to remember that this is my opinion and not yours. So please don't complain if your favorite character is on here. I've taken off quite a few from last time, so I should make some of the fangirls happy. Okay. Number 5 on the list would have to be the whole of Team Plasma from the new Pokemon series, Pokemon Black and White. Why? Because they're a religious cult who believes that they should use Pokemon to free Pokemon. Instead, they are enslaving Pokemon to take Pokemon so that they can free those said Pokemon. I know it's confusing, but bear with me. The only one I don't hate is N. Okay, moving on to number 4. That would be Patricia Martin from Lucky Star. Patricia Martin is by far the worst weeaboo that I think I've ever seen in anime. She only listens to Japanese music, can't speak Japanese very well, and she's just a character that makes fun of weeaboos. And, well, I can still see why Kaneda would befriend her, because she feels sorry. Number 3 is the Zuka Club from the Ouran Host Club. Whereas they are pretty much the same group as the Ouran Host Club, they are constantly trying to forcibly take Haruhi to their club in a different school that she doesn't want to join in broad daylight. Then on stage, one of them even tries to forcibly French kiss Haruhi. So, yeah. Plus, well, you can just see by the picture that they're definitely Nazis. Women Nazis. Feminist Nazis. So, at number 2 is Tamaki. Can't remember his last name for the life of me, but he's from Dead Man Wonderland. If you've read the manga series, it's gone a lot farther in to the point where, spoiler warning, to the point where he dies. So, you find out that he treats the whole thing like it's a huge video game. He treats life as a huge video game, and these dead men are just his pawns. Whereas the Wretched Egg is just is just the main villain of the game, and he needs to find the right pawn to be able to defeat the Wretched Egg, or the final boss. Whereas this is a good look at towards life, which isn't at all plausible because at his death he even thinks he'll just come back to life. But of course he doesn't ever. So, but this is just shows that he played too many games and has no connection to life whatsoever. So, the main reason I really hate this character is because he's the least realistic character out of all of them. I mean, sure, some of them have superpowers and superpowered Pokemon and super extremely weirdly masculine outfits. He has no connection to life whatsoever. At number 1, I've got Kakuzawa from Elfen Lied. If you've read the manga, you know the fact that he does in fact know who Lucy is. And he found out who Lucy's mother was because she gave birth to the perfect Diclonius, who could reproduce and use extremely powerful Spectres. Watch the series if you want to know what I'm talking about, or read the books if you want to know what I'm talking about. But, so, he ends up telling the main character, Lucy, that he, spoiler warning, he had forced her mother to have sex with him, and that he was going to do the same to her. Well, she was unbinded. I don't only hate him because he says he'll do this, but for the main fact that he says he'll do this while she's unbound. She's the most powerful character in the series, and he knows it. He's expecting to die. Plus, he doesn't care when his son dies whatsoever. He says good riddance, basically. And, yeah. So that's why I think I really do hate that character. Most of the characters you probably don't know anything about if you're not a huge anime fan or a huge manga fan. So, if you don't agree with my page, then you're gonna have to suck it up. Like I've said so many other times, I do not own any of these characters, and the owning of the characters goes to whoever made the series that I'm talking about. Don't know the names of all of them. So, that was my top 5 most hated anime/manga characters.